Good afternoon, uh, my audience. Today, I will be taking you on a journey on inventory. So, the name of our software is Ezee Optimus. Ezee Optimus. So, we're looking at the inventory module. So, inventory is quite interesting, and if you follow, you will really get it. This is in continuation of what we have done physically, but I want to put this in my YouTube page for a kind of backup that you can easily make reference to. So first, as usual, you have to log in. So I have my login details. The restaurant code differs from business to business. Oh, sorry. So I think I entered the wrong restaurant code. Uh, so you click on sign in. So now that we are in, don't forget that our focus today is on inventory. This is our restaurant name, the outlet we are using. So to work on inventory, I will tell us that we have a requisition, procurement, stock movement, and so on. So this particular notification that I closed just telling us that I've not run audit. So next, to achieve this, I will take you to a little journey. So click on your name and you will see switch to back. So what we want to achieve at the back is to show you how to create this inventory item, units, and so on. Then we'll come back to the front end and look at one or two things that I hope that we'll be able to cover the entire module. Otherwise, this will have second recording. So the back end is divided into four, but let's focus majorly on the third column, which is our inventory. The storage area that has been dealt with. So item category, like I told us when we met physically, we have various category. We have protein. Okay, I think we mentioned that we have dry food. Let's take dry food for example. All caps for now. Dry food. Next is protein, for example. Protein. Uh, Vegetables and perishable item and veg. Perishable items and veg. Then what else? Okay, let's say soft drinks. Soft drinks. So these categories is just to help us have a have our inventory well organized, so that in terms of reporting or auditing, we have clarity of what we are doing. Energy drink. Another way to thing I didn't mention. So we know our item category to create an item. You click on the plus sign here, then you put the name. So let's say cognac. Hmm? So that's how to create items. So next here is our units. Unit is very important. So let's create the various units that we're likely to stumble at. So create, let me say ml. Then we leave the decimal unit to 2. To create anything on this hotel, so we just click on the plus icon. So kg, decimal unit 2. Create another one. Let's say pack. Create another one. Create, for example, in case we're buying eggs. bottle, bag, and so on. So if you are creating an item that you need a unit, you have to make sure that you can come here and create. So inventory item itself. Excuse me. So we have two ways to create an inventory item. We can create them one after the other, or we do a bulk update using Excel sheet to upload it. So while we teach us doing it one after the other, then we'll demonstrate maybe one or two on Excel sheet and upload it so that you can do that. So inventory item. I recall that when I was having that training with you physically, we mentioned various inventory items. So to create, you come to inventory item, click on plus sign. So let's say we want to create basmati rice. Basmati rice. So this is item basmati rice. Please, I love the typing to me. Now we mentioned it's a dry food. Now our unit, we have various form of unit, but the base unit, once it is created, it cannot be it cannot be edited. Now that's why we must be sure of what unit are we using as base unit before we create our base unit. So base unit is the unit at which we sell. For example, for this rice we are creating, if the procurement person is to buy it, they will buy a bag most likely. So a bag of basmati comes in either 5 kg or 10 kg. But as a chef wanting to prepare rice for a guest, you don't prepare in kg, you measure in gram. So your selling unit is gram. So for the guys that does cocktail, they don't sell to guests using bottle or can. They measure it in ml or cl. So your base unit will be that small unit of selling. So please note that, don't forget. So our base unit for rice now should be gram, but we don't have grams here. So I will cancel this and go and create a unit called gram. So that's why I said you can create more units as the need for them arises, like liters and so on. So I'll click on plus icon here. So I'll create gram. Also the decimal unit is two, so I save it. So back to our item. I want to create an inventory item. I'll click on plus. So here our first item is basmati rice that we're trying to create. Next is the dry food. Unit is gram. So now we need to add more units. If, for example, chef wants to make request of item from the central store, so he's going to request for it for in kg or in bags. So let's see, next unit is kg. Then you have to tick this box here so that if you are doing what do you call it, your inventory report, you should be able to see your stock balance in kg. If you leave only this one, it's going to give you your balance in grams. So I tick it. So how many? So this is another unit we've added, but you need to indicate the converting factor. Now, how many grams makes a kg? It's 1000 grams. So let us try to pick up our elementary mathematics. So let's say you want to also buy in bags. So we can say bag, but because I'm not sure, maybe you are stocking in 5 kg bag or 10 kg bag. So if it's 5 kg bag, I will have said basmati rice 5 kg bag. So I'll just leave the third unit out of it. So before I will move away from here, remember the item name, the item category, base unit, the unit at which it is being sold. Then it cannot be edited once it is created. Then you add one more unit at which you requisition from the central store, which so we have kg, then here 1000 grams is equals to 1 kg. I also to tick this place to make it so that we can also have our stock balance in kg, not just in grams. Now, this particular one that is in zero is applicable to items that do come with waste. For example, protein. If you buy protein, say 20 kg, a whole goat, by the time you debone, it must have dropped to maybe maybe 16 kg. So you indicate the waste here. What is the percentage of your waste? But I've just this one has no waste, so let's leave it. So now we see. But before we see, this particular item we create in basmati rice is also if we indicate which outlet should have it. So number one, we're going to add is the restaurant itself because that's where our consumption takes place. Next is the central store and then the kitchen store, not bar store, kitchen store. So here I told us that if you set up this minimum quantity and maximum quantity, it helps you to, it reminds you of our reorder level. So say for example, your the order level is 5 bags, so you indicate it here. But now I cannot fix it because I don't know what your storage capacity is. But let me just say it's 10,000 grams. That's 2 bags, 10,000 grams. The maximum, let me see, is 50,000 grams. So, no, this is 0 because I don't want to have anything in the restaurant. But let's say here, 10,000. Here's 50. That's 10 bags max. Here's another 10,000, 2 bags. Or let's see, minimum you can have in kitchen. If you need one, you can go and reorder 5,000 grams. That's 5 kg. And maximum, let's say maybe 3 bags. That is 15,000 in your kitchen. So you know that by the time it gets there, the software start telling you to reorder. You can assign your vendors or suppliers. Then if you purchase them with taxes, you indicate them. The storage area where you want to have it, that will get to that afterwards. So you save it. So this is how to create an item. You create the units, indicating it, and also the outlet where it will be found. You can see that the bar outlet is not added because we don't need rice in the bar outlet. So I see. So that is how to create an item. So let me just create one for sake of understanding. So let me see can Sprite or Pet Coke, for example. Pet Coke comes in bottle. Pet Coke is soft drink. It comes in now because Coke you use Coke for cocktails. There you can see ml. So Pet Coke is probably 50 ml. So you add one more unit, call it bottle, 50 ml or 60 ml. Sorry, if you can edit the second one, but we can't edit the first one. Let's say it's 50 ml. Leave it here. So outlet where to be found, Eden itself, central store, and also the bar store. So this cannot be found in the kitchen. So when we're done, we click on save. We understand this by calculation of our store capacity. We should be able to know what to do here and how much we are purchasing. So we'll save. So that is it, creating a inventory stock item. However, you can do a bulk item creation. So to do that, I will just export this. So like I said, so to create a bulk item so that we don't need to do it one after the other. We can do like 100 items and upload it once. So I will export from here the item we have created so that we'll have the template. So your understanding. So we have, let me say export new item only. So the item is being exported. So we can open it and see what we have done, and we'll create one or two items and upload it. So we're waiting for the Excel sheet. So here we go. I can click on enable editing. You can see we created basmati rice, we created pet cook, it's an ingredient item, dry food. You can see the category here is what is soft drink. So we can see base unit to be calculated. Yes, kg, and this is the converting factor. So let us create two items and upload them. For example, let's say spaghetti. Spaghetti is an ingredient item. It's a dry food. Then here it comes in grams. Yes, calculate the converting factor and pack. A pack is 500. There's case sensitive. Now I did all my units in capital letter. A pack is 500 grams. So here I'll put yes. So let's create. We did energy drink too. Let me see Red Bull. Ingredient item. Red Bull. Don't put space after your last letter. Close it. Otherwise it will not upload. It's an ingredient item. It's under energy drink. I remember I think I created a group energy drink. It comes in can. So put can. Yes, calculate it. Let's see yes, but I don't know how many comes in a pack, so I leave it because we can put yes here. So here we have what other example I want to add. I want to just add one more. Let's see Chivita orange juice. Chivita orange juice. No. Just looking at what we can quickly work on. Let's say orange juice. Orange juice. Ingredient item is juice, or should we put it under a soft drink? Let me put it under soft drink. Yes, it comes in pack. The pack is 1 liter. It comes in pack, but sometimes some of these orange we sell them in glass. So I have so let us do ml. Do yes here. So a pack is what? A pack is 1 liter, which is 1000 ml. So click yes here. So if you notice when we're creating our unit, there is no ml. So however, let us save this. So save it. So we'll save this. I want to minimize it so that or close it actually because I know the document name. So now we'll back to my screen. So here there's a unit we are here to create, which is liter, right? Let's come back to the first Excel sheet that I have. Let me quickly look at it. So this is the Excel sheet. So we say a pack is 1000 ml, right? Okay, so we have the unit there. So now all we need to do is to upload this file. So we come now, want to create more items. So I'll come to inventory item. I've taught us how to do it one after the other here and also how to update it in bulk. But it has a religion we must obey. The religion is on every cell you are filling, there is a sheet. You must be sure what you are typing, ingredient name, category name. If it's different from the way you typed it in the software, like case sensitive, it won't take it. After every item name, there should be no space in front like this. It must leave the space. The unit has to match. These are very important, the converting factor and so on. So thank you. As you continue to watch, I want to upload it now. So I will switch to software. So inventory item, you click on plus. But instead of if you click on plus, you want to do one. But now we want to upload many. So we'll click on this three dotted line. I'll say import. Now you will discover that from the Excel sheet where we have our basmati rice and co already. So if I upload it with these two, the software will go no revolt. So I'll just delete them because it's already created. We downloaded it so that we can get the template correctly. So I'm going to delete them. So we are left with only three items. So now I'll say it should import item only new ones. So I'll choose file. The item the Excel sheet now. I'm going to pick it. So download. This is it. I'll upload it. So we have it here. Can you see these are three items I created? I'll say next. It will auto fill this. Click on next. Now you can see it's telling me can. It's underlined. This particular one has issue. And what is the error? The error can be here, it can be here. So you have to scroll and look out for the error. Now it's telling me that this particular unit that I enter is not found in the system can. So all I need to do is to cancel it. We'll come back to our unit. Let's find out if we have can. Let me create can. So can is created. Exactly. So if it was there before, it will tell us it has existed. So now we'll go back to inventory item. Then you will click on import new. We'll go back to the Excel sheet again. So we're having only three items because you can have up to 1,000 items depending on what you have in your store. So no more errors. You can see. So I'll click on finish. Done. So we're done. Now, if you come here, you can see that our inventory item has increased from 2 to 5. Now, the only thing now that when you do this, you can't find is that here, we is pointed to soft drink is pointed to bar store and so on, pet cook. Okay. So now we'll go back to those three. We did pet cook and basmati. So let's check orange juice. You will see that there will be need for us to point it to the outlet. So this exactly. Then this is drinks. It's a bar product. So we're done. But you can see the prices are zero because I don't know what their prices are. So our procurement and central store person have the obligation to populate the prices. This is dry food spaghetti. Kitchen. So that's about it. So we'll be switching to the front end shortly. So to switch to the front end, click on your name. So click on switch to front. Then we have the front end. So that is that about item creation. So we've treated units, item unit, inventory item, and how to create an item using creating it one and also uploading it to Excel file. So at the front end, we want to look at a couple of things. So here is our dashboard. This is our dashboard. Click on dashboard. So we have dashboard is divided into about four. This is for ordering, this is management, but we want to focus on inventory because we are currently working on inventory. So we have market list, purchase order, goods receipt, no physical. We take this one after the other. So market list is where you raise lists of what you want to purchase. So I'll click on it, market list. To create market list, you click on plus icon. Then I'll add what item do I want to buy. Let's say basmati rice and pet cook. I'll save it. So that's all. Excuse me. So this is how to create a market list. Now we have to assign vendor to this market list. But before then, can put a remark maybe to this purchase or birthday purchase, whatever it is as remark, can put it there. If basmati rice we want to buy, we can say I want to buy it in kg. Here pet cook I would like to buy in bottles. So let's assume basmati rice, let's say it's 20,000. I don't know how much is it. Let's say it is let's say for example per kg is 5,000, and pet cook, let's say one is 300. So we need, let's say 10 bottles. Here we need 5 kg. So this is what we have now. I'll save it. Now because we are, if we save it, it means that we want it to be approved. When it is approved, it becomes a purchase order. So market list is solely for raising requests so that can be approved or declined or can be edited. So I'll save it. Then we'll progress. Before we've saved it, so before you can see it's pending. It's telling us that we need to approve it. So before then, we need to quickly switch to back. I'll create a vendor's name so that we can assign vendor to this particular purchase order we're about to create. So to create a vendor, click on your name, switch to back. So we have switched to the back account. I'll create the vendor's name. So let me just put my company there as an example. Contact person. So here, instead of selecting city letter, I'll click on supplier because it's a supplier. Then you fill other detail, Lagos state phone number, whatever. When you are done, you see. So that is how to create a vendor. So now we'll switch back to front to continue our task. So we'll go back to our market list, which is here. So we've created market list, you can see it's pending. So if I click on it, so it's asking us, so I can enable you to ask for either approval or to be rejected. But now it's asking us to purchase. So if I click, depending how many level of approval you want and which privilege you have. So I'll click on purchase. Purchase means that I want you to transform from market list to purchase order, because only purchase order you can assign or give to your vendor or your supplier to supply. Now I need to first of all configure or select a vendor to this market list before it can be purchased. So we'll do a recall. You go to assign a vendor. This is the vendor we've created. So it's assigned. I can save it. So now I can go ahead and make a purchase. So now we have it here as completed, meaning that this market list is treated and approved. Next, we'll go to purchase order. This is our purchase order. Purchase order has been created through market list. However, you can also raise your request without going to raising purchase market list. And to raise purchase order directly, you come to dashboard, scroll to where you have your purchase order. You click on, when it's open, you click on plus sign. Then want to buy from Mr. Johnson, the vendor we've created. Then here click on add. Let's say we want to buy orange juice now. We save it. Orange juice, we need maybe 10 packs or 15 packs. Then how much is one pack? Maybe we say 2,000. So you can see it's total of 30,000. Another thing you can add charges, let's see transport, but I've not created those. Okay, add extra charges. I've not created that. That can be created afterwards. So if you are giving float for delivery or whatever, you click on add extra charges. So if there are taxes apply, you also will create it and you just click on it. So now this is our request here on this PO. I'll click on save. So we could see that the two purchase order is saying the status is called created. It has not been approved to be given to a supplier. So to approve that, you click on it. Now, first is to recall, and after recalling, okay, sorry, let me quickly carry out some configuration. Then we will come back to this because I want to enable the approval note. Okay, so we can progress. So we go back to my purchase order. So we have this purchase order here. So now this purchase order, I've selected it. I can either approve or reject it. So let us see, we want to approve. So order has been approved. So now it can proceed for purchase. We can send it either by printing it or sending it through email. But if we want to send it through email, we have to configure email address of the sender and the recipient first. So the recipient is our vendor. So while creating the vendor will add the vendor's email address. Otherwise, you print it out and send it physically. So now it's been approved. We want to receive the item we ordered for. Please simply click on receive. So basmati rice we ordered for 5, we got 5. Pet cook we ordered for 10. We can receive less, let's say 8. So it's going to treat it as incomplete order. So it will remain 2. Then let's continue. So we have now saved this. So how much are we buying basmati rice? Like we say, maybe 5,000 per kg. Pet cook is 300 per bottle. So we'll save it. Invoice number 1231001. So that is it. So, but you know that the GRN has been raised. That is goods receipt note. We'll get there. So you see this item now that we've received. If we say we should receive now, we are going to get the history of what we have received before, and this is the GRN created. This one now we ordered for 5, we received 5. It's been fully received. This one will have a balance of 2, so we can receive it. It's either we receive it, can receive it now. Let's say the person brings his balance back, we'll continue and we'll receive it. This one is 300. So if he raise a different receipt number, we'll put it there. But if it's still the same receipt 001 and save it. So that's how to receive items that are supplied twice. So we cannot treat it as a complete item. That's what the software is saying, as a complete purchase order. See, yes. So, but you can't receive above what is in the purchase order. Let's say 10. You want to receive 10, don't take it. So now let's receive the second one. Let's approve this one as well. The quantity that we wanted is here, so we can just see. We can go ahead to receive this one as well. So this one we won't do that incomplete. We just receive it once. So save. Here it's been approved. So I receive now. After approval is given, we can receive it. Receive. So this is it. We just receive 15 like that direct. Invoice number 002. We'll save it. We'll add it. Add item. Okay, so let's come back here. Completed to receive. This is what we ordered from. We are receiving 15 years. So we say Yes. So we'll save it. So the item price is 35. Receipt number 002. Mark it as complete PO. Yes. So that is how to make our to raise market list, make our request, purchase and receive it. Now there are two ways to or three ways to populate our central store. Two ways majorly. Anytime you receive an item, the GRN is raised and that increases the number of the item in the store. That is through purchase order and you can just do GRN directly. For example, maybe the owner travel on their way back, they saw an inventory item that is cheaper. For example, let's say eggs or banana, they can buy it and bring. So to do that, let's say they bought it and there was no GRN raise. So all you need to do to populate your store is to come to GRN. We see GRN. So there was a purchase of, so before we create the new GRN, every item that we have received is here. You know, we received this PO number, we received it twice. We remember, and this is the other one. So we want to receive another item, that how to receive item into central store. The items that we did not request for or we didn't raise a PO for. Click on plus icon from the goods receipt note icon from here. So we click on plus sign here. We'll add the item that was received. Vendor, you can see the same vendor. Or if it can be different vendor, it can be open market. You can create an open market. Let's say the invoice number 9003. We'll add the item. So let's say it's what do we call it now? Red Bull. So Red Bull can. Just only can. So we got 10 can. Let's see each bar, each now. You can edit this price later on if you are doing that. Let's say one is 1000. So that is it. We'll save it. So now GRN has been created and that has affected our stock accordingly. So now let's check our stock balances. To check all these things that we receive, we go to report. Our report is up here. So we have two reports that relates with inventory, which is inventory report and stock report. So let's check our stock report for central store for today. I want to see our stock ledger for today's date. Then this is last purchase rate, say report. So you are going to see all those things that we bought and what is our stock balances in all these stores. So we can see for basmati rice is under dry food. We have opening balance of 5 kg. Can you see it? Stock value because we do not put the price. This is seeing our ledger. Do you understand? So let's go and see our purchases where we did. So we have let's check stock ledger summary. Let me see the difference. No, not this report. Okay, so the first report we looked at is correct actually, stock ledger. So let's look so look at stock ledger. The category, if you leave it on select, it will apply to all the items you have. The same thing, the items you have created. You can ignore zero if you don't want to see the balances of items that are in zero. Last purchase rate, or you say running last purchase rate. Let's put it like this so that you always get the last purchase rate report. This is your report. So we see that this is all our stock and what we bought. We're going to see them. So we have this opening 5 kg. Spaghetti is still zero because there was no any purchase made and so on and so forth. It's self-explanatory. So let's go to our stock, what do we call it, GRN, goods receipt notes report. So any report you can find, you can just type this. So look at the goods receipt note. So we have it under inventory report. So let's say goods receipt register or details. So I will see report of our purchases. So if you want to see how much of inventory item you purchase in a whole month, you put it there. You can segment each item by item or the entire thing. So let's see. You're going to see everything that we receive. So this will form the basis for your what do you call it, audit. It's coming up. Let's go to our GRN here. Let's see what dates the GRN is carrying. GRN is carrying today's date. The date here is showing 1st of January 2024. Okay, so we have to look for that date because we have not run audit. The date is not correct. So let's go back to our report and check. So to go back to our report, we'll click here. So we'll go back to that stock report again. You can see January 1st, 2024, right? So let's see our stock report. Let's go down to this page, stock ledger. See January 1st. So let's leave it like this. This is our stock ledger. So after this training, we're gonna wipe off all this. So this is our stock ledger. So we have an opening balance for basmati rice zero. There was a purchase made for GRN number one or 5 kg rice. So this is our balance. So the stock value, we didn't key in how much we bought the rice. That's why we can see the stock value here. So let's come back here and see. We didn't configure the purchase rate. So let's look at last purchase rate report, the same report. So you're going to see it's going to give us stock value because when we're buying it, we indicated how much we are buying. I hope it's not confusing you. So can we see now? Because we pick an option for last purchase rate. Look at it, last purchase rate. Unlike this one, configured rate, when we're setting it up, we didn't know the price. So take cognizance of all of those if you are checking your reports. So you can see 25,000 for 5 kg and so on and so forth. So it's self-explanatory. So let's go to GRN report. GRN report is under inventory. So we'll come to goods receipt notes. Let's see details and see what that we have received. But don't forget that our date is January 1. So let's just say report because the software has not run audit to match the calendar date. So this is our GRM. You see all the things we've been purchasing. Can we see? So this is our stock balances, our purchasing in the central store. So we've successfully looked at how to make requests, create item, create unit, and so on, and purchase. So this is the entire thing. So I will leave this now. Then the part two or the continuation from here will be our other activity. That is how to make